Hi friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another Monday Makes video. For today's project, I'm featuring the stamp set called Through It Together. There's a lot of encouragement sentiments in this stamp set, but there's the one that I am using on the cards today, and it says, sending you this paper hug. I love that sentiment. Isn't that what a card is, a paper hug? So I'm also featuring the Sweet Symmetry DSP or pattern paper. Right now we have a pattern paper sale where you can get the packages of paper for 15% off, which is basically like your taxes are getting paid. So I do find that if you do like some of the papers that we have in the annual catalog, that this is a good time to pick it up. I did want to focus a lot of cards on using the pretty DSP. This particular pattern paper is quite busy, and a lot of people have hard times with putting busy paper on your cards. So here I have cut strips that are 4 inches by 3¼ inches, and I'm making 2 cards today because, you know, if you're going to make one, you might as well make 2. And I sort of separated them off into sort of the coral or yellow colors to the Night of Navy, because those are my card bases. So right now you can see I'm flipping over the strips of paper that I have previously cut, again 4 inches by 3/4 inch, and just putting dry adhesive on the back. So this is a white card base that is 4 by 5¼ and I'm kind of just finding the middle, and I've chosen the middle strip that I had, laid them all out and like the arrangement. And so I start from the middle and I go the next one up and then the next one down. And I'm trying to alternate busy and more muted. And on this one, the second from the last, I want to stamp my sentiment, but I'm not 100% sure it's going to stand out. The paper might be just a titch too busy, and I'll show you what I do with that in that case. So now that, do you know what? These kind of look like those Swedish sweaters. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe, but it feels like, knitted Swedish sweaters. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. They're like striped and they're, very colorful. Anyway, this would be the perfect card to give to that person who enjoys knitting those sweaters. All right, here we are with the blue card. So again, I have the Night of Navy card base, and I started in the middle and I go up, and then I'm just leaving maybe like 1/8 inch in between each little strip. And I'm totally eyeballing this, you guys. Like, there's no exact measurement, but handmade cards are kind of like that. You know that as long as you put the first one down straight, you know that everything that's going to follow is going to be fairly straight, and no one's going to say to you, oh my, you missed this one is 1/16 inch and the other one is 1/8 inch. No one's going to say that. And if you do, slap them in their faces. No one should comment on something like that. All right, so this is the first time I've used this stamp, so I wanted to season it, and it looks good just on a scrap piece of paper here. And then here I go with my experiment. Don't you just get a little bit nervous when you experiment and then you stamp down, and then as you predicted, it is too busy? So I'm going to try it with this one. And this, of course, is where I want to put the sentiment. And if my sentiment was bolder or thicker lined, it would have looked awesome. But because I've chosen this thin lined, thin font, sentiment is not going to work. So that little scrap piece of paper, well, I'm just going to use that. I trimmed it down to size. I'm putting some dimensional adhesive behind it on both of them, and it just required me putting, these are like the 2 little bones that you get. I just snipped them in half, and then I will adhere them to the card right over top of my experiment. And this is why experiments are going to be okay. First of all, it's just paper. Secondly, I saved it. It was not ruined. It did not have to go in the bin. And it looks absolutely like I planned it. So now, as you can see, I pre-folded or how do you say that? I pre-bowed some bows, tied some bows. I pre-tied some bows so that I wouldn't waste your time doing it on camera. And I have stuck them to my my mini glue dot container there. That's what we do when we're getting ready. I'm putting adhesive on the back of my card front here, and these are going to go down on my card bases. And again, I suggested that I have 2 card bases because I'm making 2 cards. The first one here is Knight of Navy, and I felt that it went really well with this card. And Calypso Coral as well for the next one. And there I just pulled my little bow. See how quick that and easy that was, you guys? So that is the So Succulent in color sheer ribbon, I think it's called. And they are a dream to tie, but I still fluff around with them too much. This is the Pale Papaya. And because there was some yellows and some pinks and some corals, I felt that that was a good choice to go on there. And pretty much that's the card, you guys. You can see all the supplies I used today listed in the video See More section or in the supplies section of my blog. The links will take you to my Canadian online store. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.